You know, it's interesting about the library that I come very often. Not all the events have the same people, not necessarily physically, but the same type of people. Each event have their own. You find very interesting and amazing people.
It's just fun to come here and just sit down with other people who I probably would have never met and just talk to them, be able to speak in French. I love speaking in French and I really miss being in France, so it's nice to just be able to come and do that. I love the neighborhood, and I think the library is just very beautiful. It's very welcoming. It's very nice environment to just come and sit in the room over there and maybe do some work or read a book.
I think it's important for people to understand that we are all the same. There's the differences that maybe the color, the way we say things, but at the end everyone was the same. And it's to be happy and to have a family maybe, or to to do things. So it's that's why I don't know, it's important that people know that there is more than their neighborhood or their house. I think that opens your mind to see more than you are used to, especially in a country like United States that have people from all over the world, and it's kind of unfortunate to find people that don't have interest in other cultures.
I can't emphasize enough how good language learning is. With French, it's so great because it's a tie to so many different identities. There's so many countries that speak French, with vastly different identities. And language is kind of a tie, a communicative tie of understanding one another. Being an American, growing up in a community that doesn't have a lot of differentiation with language and identity, learning French was a way of me understanding different cultures on a level of understanding it through their language. Without knowing the language, you can learn about a culture, but you don't have the same connection almost. Knowing the way a different language is written and communicated, a different language's humor, it helps understand a culture that much more. After doing the French program in my hometown, I decided I wanted to stay connected with the language, and now I work here, so it's a great way of doing that too.
I think that learning a language, it's much more than just learning the language. It's about learning about other cultures, and not even just, for me, not even just French culture, but francophone culture. In school, I learned about, other francophone countries, and it just really opened my world up to a whole culture, so many different countries that I didn't really know that much about. And then I was able to travel to France and live there for 2 years, and I traveled a lot around Europe, and I think that learning another language just really opens up your world to so many different opportunities that a lot of people really wouldn't like realize that it would open you up to.
Est-ce que tu parles français?
Je sais, oui, je sais.
La mère de Francie est simple.
And a lot of people who come in are just curious. They want to learn. Maybe they never really thought about it before, but they want to try out a cooking class, and they just ended up finding us here and then developing an interest that way. So it really varies. It's nice having a community where everybody's welcome.
Yeah, I cannot imagine now that we are not able to speak more than one. So yeah, I don't know, like it's more to see. And now with globalization, it makes sense how the way my parents decide that it was important that we will see. I mean, eventually we're gonna see the world. So it's like, let's start from kids to expose them and to make sure that they learn the languages.